Given the magnitude and import of and the unique position that we were in today, we took this process very, very seriously. Probably would not be surprised to know that as we asked the members of this committee what issues they were interested in talking about, the list was fairly common amongst all. Now, of course, we have different perspectives on each of those items, but I think we're all very, very clear on what the potential issues are facing California over the next number of years, given what's happened in the federal government. We've also seen a model established over the last 8 years where certain states have taken it upon themselves through their attorneys general to try to protect what they feel are their values and the legal systems that have been established and the perspectives that have been established in those states. We find ourselves in a very, very similar position at this point in time. But what we've done with this committee, too, is not only reach out and be as inclusionary as possible with all members of this committee and giving everyone a chance for a voice. We see this committee as the vote that's important will be the one that comes on the floor of the Assembly to confirm. And this committee is going to provide its advice to the rest of the House. And our job is to put as much information on the table as possible so that this House makes a cogent, appropriate vote and recommendation, advice and consent to the governor on his nomination for Attorney General. That's the process that we are embarked on today.
Many around the country are looking for us to provide that leadership forward. California must continue to be a forward-leaning state. We want to build on the Affordable Care Act, not repeal it. We want to be home to the next wave of good-paying, clean energy jobs, not pollute America again. We want to stop and deter criminal behavior, not stop and frisk our young brothers based on preconceived notions. And we want to build schools, not walls and unconstitutional religious tests for our people. Everything I just mentioned, and much more, I worked on in my 24 years in Congress. Each year, I sought to vote my conscience, believing in my values, hoping I was right, having to wait years sometimes to find out I was. That meant opposing the Wall Street bailout in 2008, the Iraq War in 2003, the Defense of Marriage Act in 1996, and massive tax breaks that benefited the wealthiest Americans at the expense of everyone else. I was part of some of the monumental debates confronting our nation, from fighting for working families on the National Commission on Fiscal Responsibility and Reform to launching bipartisan immigration reform talks, from helping write our nation's health security law to beating back a 20% cut to the earned Social Security benefits of millions of disabled and veteran Americans. There are many important debates on the horizon for California. I believe my experience as a Deputy Attorney General, a legislator, those have all prepared me well to be a successful and far-sighted Attorney General for the people of our state.
There's no question in my mind that intellectually, by way of character, by way of experience, and by way of battle-testedness, Javier definitely stands out.
And we've tried to be, as I think California is going to have to show a lot of the rest of the country how to govern. And not that long ago, California was seen as ungovernable. I think we've turned that around, thanks in great part to Governor Brown and his efforts in working with the legislature over the last number of years. So part of this committee, and we've tried to be as inclusionary as we absolutely can be, is part of showing how California is going to be serious about its governance responsibilities and move forward. So I look forward to this hearing. We've done quite a bit of research and pulled as much detail as we can on the nominated candidate so that we can vet him in the most appropriate way, provide information to our House for the upcoming vote on the floor of the California State Assembly.